Closed captioning for The Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh, yeah. Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on The Casey Malone Show.
Today, portrait artist Irene Schaefer shares her artwork. And I prepare cacio e pepe with roasted maitake mushrooms. But first, I go mushroom hunting with the Coiro family. Well, you remember my friend Sam Coiro. What do you call him, Sonny? What do you call Grandpa?
Papa.
The Mushroom King.
Papa is the Mushroom King.
Papa is the Mushroom King. And a few years back, we went morel hunting. Well, now we're going to go with the
Sheepheads, Monel, Hen of the Woods, whatever they want to
They've
call.
got so many different names for this, but the season is right now. It's,
It's in
early fall.
That's really good this year. They're everywhere. Anybody can go looking for them. They can't find them. That means they're not looking too good.
Because what
They're
do we
not
want?
looking
Dead
for
trees?
No, you
Live
stumps,
trees.
stumps and oak trees, big oak trees.
I know poor Nick, his grandson, has gotten an allergic reaction to mushrooms now.
But he ate them the other day and he was all right.
And he's all right. So maybe these are healthy.
He took Benadryl.
He did take Benadryl
Took
before he ate
Benadryl,
it?
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go on a little excursion here. And we are gonna bring home some sheep's head, some hen of the woods, whatever you wanna call them. But these are a lot more available, aren't they? Aren't
Right.
these a lot more
And
prevalent?
well, the season is longer.
Oh, okay.
The season for these is a lot longer, where the morels, they only last maybe a good month. And this season here, they could go on for 2.5 months, you know. It'll start in September and can go all the way into November. I find them in November. Very seldom.
Uh-oh!
There's one.
What do you think, son?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, now how do we extract them? Give us the lowdown. Now,
See?
how deep
Some-
do we go, Sonny?
Well, you got to leave the bed spot there. See, you leave that there.
For the regrowth?
Well, no, because you can't clean that. It's not a good one.
Okay.
See?
Wow.
Then we get rid of this stuff. See this stuff here? You
Yeah,
don't need
look at
that.
that.
Yeah. See?
And then what you do is, it's almost like cauliflower.
Yeah.
You kind of take off from the main vein.
See the bugs in there?
That's nice, yeah. Did you find some? My gosh,
Yeah.
Sonny, you're like a little puppy dog. You're sniffing out all this stuff. That is awesome. Are you gonna cut it?
You want to cut this one too? Okay.
Oh, good job. Good job.
Now we'll cut this one.
You're gonna really like these. They're delicious. So, Sonny, you have really been out here picking mushrooms for the last couple weeks, huh? Is this like one of your biggest finds, you think?
This one I cut.
You cut yourself.
Yeah, he cut
And
'em.
look at this one. This
Oh,
is
that-
the perfect specimen
That is a good
of
one.
what
I'll
they
tell you
should look
that.
like. Now, for those who have not gotten these before, and let's say they go out picking, what I did was I kind of just peeled it off
Yeah.
and then broke it to clean it.
Yeah.
Now, do you soak yours? What do you recommend?
I put it in a bucket sometime and I'll leave it overnight. But sometime if I don't have time, I clean them, put them in a pan, and I change the water 2-3 times. Sometime I'll leave it overnight. And then in the morning, I boil them for 5 minutes.
Okay, and then do you have to squeeze out the excess water or
No, I
anything?
just let it drain itself out in the colander, and then my wife puts them in a freezer bag, you know.
Oh, so you have these all year round. They freeze
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, they freeze real well. Yes, they do. And we always, some people don't boil them, but I believe in boiling them.
Well, I think this was a lot of fun. And I, of
Yes,
course,
yes.
Sam, always appreciate you joining us on our mushroom adventures.
That was good.
Are we going to go and try to get the morel again?
Yeah, whenever that
in the
time
spring?
comes. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
spring.
You going to come with us this time, Sonny?
Oh, he's coming.
You know, last time I went, you weren't even born. You were a twinkle in your father's eye when Sam and I went morel hunting the last time. What do you think about that? Isn't that
Oh yeah,
crazy?
he's gonna come.
And then, I mean, it is like a full meal. We are going to definitely go back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
B, should I invite you over? Will you eat it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Coiro family. I appreciate this. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at elizabethbernardlaw.com.
These are challenging times. We depend on strong leadership and proven results. Re-elect Sheriff Jerry Green, Engineer Pat Giannetti, and County Recorder Nora Lynn Palermo. Vote for your Mahoney County Democratic candidates. Experience you can trust.
R&S Paint is a locally owned paint store and not a paint department. Inspiration comes easy when choosing exciting Benjamin Moore colors and finish. Over 3,400 vibrant and durable colors are yours at R&S Paint.
Family-owned Mayflower Woolham Insurance Group is your full-service independent agency. Our family works with a variety of insurance companies, so you have the best choices for your insurance needs. Let us find the right product at the right price. Personal lines, business, farm, commercial insurance, life insurance. Trust locally owned Mayflower Woolham. You focus on what's important.
We'll take care of the details.
Mayflower Woolham, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Woolley Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Woolley Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living.
Si hablas predominantemente español, te ayudaremos a aprender inglés. Ven a trabajar para nosotros.
These are challenging times. We need strong leadership. Vote for proven results. Re-elect Sheriff Jerry Green and Commissioners Anthony Trafficani and David Ditzler. Vote for your Mahoning County Democratic candidates. Experience you can trust. Well, you saw me go into the woods with the Coiros. There was 4 generations that mushroom hunted with me, and it was really cute. You know, the great-grandson, Sonny, called Sam Coiro the Mushroom King. And I learned a lot. What are they? Sheep's head, they're hen of the woods. The Hungarians call them tupla, and in Asian, it's the maitake mushroom. So they're all the same though, and they're very abundant in our region from late September through early November. So go and look for them. Look at this, it's a beautiful specimen that I saved. And all you do is take, you know, they're like feathers almost. And this is what you want. You'll just take that off. You do have to wash them well. And a good suggestion is to get them super dry, put them in a salad spinner. But you know, look at the nice white at the bottom. And they're really, this is a very nice fresh specimen. And not that hard to clean, but you just want to make sure they're dry before we prepare them. So I really want to thank the Coiros for taking me out with them, because that was a lot of fun. And I've got a great recipe to saute them. That'll be on my website. But this one, you are really going to like. This is a main dish. This is your entree course. And it is a cacio e pepe with roasted maitakes. And you know that great Italian dish that's really butter, cheese with a lot of black pepper? Well, we kick it up a notch and we throw the roasted mushrooms on top. It is super easy, super simple, very few ingredients. So let's get cooking. For this recipe, you'll need 8 ounces of a tagliatelle pasta, 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/2 stick of unsalted butter at room temperature, 1 pound of maitake, hen of the wood mushrooms, 6 cloves of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped thyme leaves, 1 tablespoon of crushed red pepper, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of freshly ground black pepper for divided use. Well, I've preheated the oven to 375 degrees, and that is where we're going to roast the mushrooms. So I have them torn into nice pieces, not too big, but they're bite-sized. They shrink a little bit when you roast them. And what I'm gonna do is add pepper, salt, the garlic, very important, lots of garlic, and I'm going to add the chopped thyme leaves, and, oops, the crushed red pepper. All right, so I just put them in the bowl, and then I'm just gonna mix them up. You don't need oil for this, because you kind of want them a dry roast. And then I have a cookie sheet that I have lined with parchment. And what I'm gonna do is just lay these out, and you just don't want them to overlap. And we are gonna pop them in the oven for 20 minutes. All right, 20 minutes. And then the pasta is only gonna take about 8 minutes for al dente. So about halfway through the cooking time, I'll drop the pasta and we'll be assembling this dish. It's so easy and so quick and so flavorful. Make sure you save about a cup of the pasta water. And right before we drain it, here is your preparation for the dish. The cup of Parmesan, or you could use Romano, the room temperature butter. Ooh, nice and soft. It just doesn't mix as well if you take it right out of the fridge. And then the tablespoon of fresh ground pepper. Now, what you can do is add just a little bit of the pasta water, and that'll start loosening up the sauce and getting it ready for the hot pasta. So you can see we have these beautiful mushrooms just out of the oven. I will drop that pasta and drain it, and then we shall eat. So this is like being served tableside. You just dump the hot pasta on it, and you mix it up with the sauce. Keep drying it up from the bottom. If it looks a little dry, and I think it looks a teeny bit dry, just a tad. I'm gonna add just a little more, just a drizzle. You don't wanna get too waterlogged, to just help loosen it up. But look at that. I am just going to start dumping these in. Look at that. Oh, all those good ingredients. And then we just mix that up a little further. Delicious. And
I'm on the wrong side.
Voila. That's a nice hearty.
Oh, this is a great winner, yes.
And, because you gotta have the mushrooms in there. So, since it is pepe, there you go. Sublime. So good. And the main ingredient, you foraged yourself. Now, because this is a rich pasta dish with the cheese and that, we are going to have some trapiche. This is from Argentina. It's Mendoza, it's a Malbec. And I think this works well with the cheese, the pasta, and...
Here's to your foraging.
Thank you, Clay. These are desperate times.
Oh.
I go to the woods for my meal. Isn't this nice?
It is.
Really cuts
Oh,
through
this
everything.
is wonderful.
How easy is this? Go to my website, caseymalonесhow.com. I've got this recipe there. I've also got a really easy one for sauteed, hen of the woods, whatever you want to call them, maitake. There's a million names for them because they're all over the world. But get foraging and get your mushrooms and get those recipes. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
These are challenging times. Strong leadership is needed. Re-elect Prosecutor Paul Gaines, Sheriff Jerry Green, and Coroner David Kennedy. Elect Joe Schiavone for County Court Judge. Your Mahoney County Democratic candidates. Experience you can trust.
Selling engagement rings never gets old. It's love.
It's a huge on-taping because they're going to wear that ring probably forever, but if they're not going to wear it forever, they're going to pass it down to somebody.
Our rings will hold a lifetime, and we want to make sure it does. We stand by every single thing that we sell. I believe I can find the perfect ring. I really try to get them exactly what she would want.
And to just be a little part of that is really, it warms your heart inside.
Get real, get Kamara.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Here at Creekside Fitness and Health Center, we are focused on you, from cardio and strength equipment to classes and personal training.
Your all-inclusive membership gives you access to a full-size basketball court, pool, hot tub, sauna, and steam room. And over 60 classes per week are all included free with your membership.
Membership and personal training specials are happening now, so come experience life on the fit side at Creekside, your neighborhood gym.
My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebblestone, the best basement floor covering, made with natural stone and the strongest man-made binder. Pebblestone evened out my floor. Easy to clean, resists moisture, and withstands flooding. You will love your basement. Call today and receive 65% off and have Pebblestone installed by the holidays. In these challenging times, vote experience you can trust. Congressman Tim Ryan supports State Rep Michelle Lepore-Hagan and Chris Stanley for 59th District State Rep. Your Mahoney County Democratic candidates. Proven results for our valley. He is back. That's right, Rude, the dude from the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery is open for business. Oh, so glad.
Yes, Casey. First, I want to thank everybody, all of our guests that have supported us over the last few weeks. It's been amazing just to see the response. But yeah, we're back in effect. Patio's open, inside dining's open. We're back to full menu. We'll be supporting all of our farms again, all of our local breweries, back to our happy hours, our weekend specials. So, we're following all the guidelines. The staff's excited, and it's just, we're ready just to get back and keep going.
Farm to table, great service, of course, a huge selection of beer and wine, and I am just so glad. I missed you, really.
Yes, we are looking forward to it. So thank you again to the community, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
Come on out, Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Well, this is Irene Schaefer, and she is a local artist, Canfield native, and just a really interesting person that you need to know. And you have been an artist your entire life. I mean, you must have started as a little girl.
I did. I used to have my grandfather come in from Cleveland when I lived in Deal Lick in Ellsworth too.
Yes.
And so he'd come in and he lived with us for a while. And I'd draw his picture.
And your family encouraged it because you went to the Pittsburgh Art Institute.
Yes, and also when I was around 9 years old, I went to Youngstown College. My mother gave me oil painting lessons, and her name was Miss Evans.
Miss Evans at now, see, you're dating yourself there when you call it Youngstown.
I know. Well, I was very young then.
And then you came back to Youngstown.
Yes, I did.
After your school, and I was saying, you know, she's a lot like Andy Warhol because your first job was commercial illustrations
that's right.
for department stores.
That's right.
Just like Andy.
That's right. I took up that, and
what kind of things did you draw for the department stores?
Usually, like I draw everything. I mean, I did everything from notions when they had the page full. They didn't take pictures then.
What is a notion?
Paper clips, writing paper.
Yes.
Attacks, memo papers.
So it was all for like the store ads.
It was in the store ads. They didn't take photographs of things because they came out muddy in the newspaper.
Well, yeah, and it was probably really expensive for that transfer.
That's why, well, like when I did furniture, I'll tell you about that later. But when I did furniture, the furniture, if you looked at it in the paper, the photograph, you couldn't tell whether it was oak, maple, birch.
And you know, you named so many department stores. When we were talking earlier, you know, went back to Abraham's.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yeah, well, I did that on my freelance. And I did that, and then when I went to McKelvey's.
Yes.
And then I went after I married Dr. Schaefer.
Yes.
I was bored. And I mean, golf on Tuesdays wasn't enough, you know.
Yeah.
So anyways.
So you went back to work.
So I went back to work, and then I drew furniture for Eckert's Furniture, Mill and Mark.
And so how did you transition into portraits?
Oh, okay. Well, after Mark and his dad closed the store, I started doing pictures for Ben Broderick at Salem Hills Country Club. And he let me put pictures of people that were
members and then
in
hung
there.
out there, yeah.
And on a wall.
Well, do you prefer doing from a picture, or do you want the subject to sit in front of you?
No, I would not put any child through that.
So you're not going to go?
No, I get a picture, and the picture has to be, I mean, about like this size or a little bit wider, or you know, almost this size. This is the size that I work from. It's 11 by 14, and I draw within there, and I just draw a thing like that, and then I sketch it, and then after I do that, and it looks pretty good to me, because I don't put any kind of color on it until I know that that's what I want.
And then so it's all in like pencil when you start?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then is that become ink and paint?
No,
and acrylic?
what I do with the pencil, because sometimes I use a number 2, which is soft. I don't want it to dig into the paper. So what I do is I do that, the pencil work, and then I take an eraser. It's a kneaded eraser. It just covers it real easy. It takes it, you still see the outline.
Yes.
So then I don't mix. There is no lead in the pencil showing in my work. I use acrylics. I like acrylics better than I do watercolor because they're a little stronger, and I can always dilute them.
Like, what would you rather do, a child or an adult? Or,
well,
of course, your beloved dog. Of course.
Yes, my Murphy. He passed away last year. But I really enjoy doing dogs. I do a lot of dogs that have passed away. Mm-hmm. And I still smile at them and figure, well, you're still thought of, you know. So,
exactly, you're still remembered.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
I
nice.
mean, they become families to me.
I see you have the Canfield photos from the green and things like that. Are you looking to make those into note cards and stuff?
Well,
I think that is a really good idea.
Yeah, I just didn't know whether it would be a good need for them.
Think about that. It's the gazebo up there, you know, right there on the green. Everybody knows that, and it's local.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just so pretty.
Yeah. Now, with my computer,
That'd be a great Christmas card.
with my computer, I could actually put that and then one of the other buildings here and there, like I did the portrait of Ben.
Yeah.
You know, make them, you know, and I can do it all different ways if anybody would want them. You know, maybe a card maker would have a good suggestion.
Yes. I'm gonna have to be your agent, Irene. I'm gonna have to like figure out. We're gonna make some do-re-mi. Do you ever sketch for fun? Do you ever just sit around
only when I
doodle?
Only when I went to Acapulco. I did. We have the little casitas, and they were individual pools, and the rocks around them. And every day, the little boy would come down the ladder or down the rocks and clean the hibiscus out of our pool. And so I was sitting up there and I sketched them.
Yeah.
And this other doctor and his wife were with us. So when the men went to play golf, I sketched.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.